Tonight, our class is going to be a little bit about accessibility, taking and honoring the body that we arrive in today and finding ways to use tools and variations in the practice to make the practice accessible to us so we can still unwind no matter what's going on. So we're going to begin in a reclined posture today. So come down on your mat, pretty much in a Shavasana posture. Really arriving in this moment. And begin to notice the breath, the sweetness of the breath. Arriving with a willingness to honor the body that you have today and in this moment. At the end of your next exhale, take a full breath in, and at the top of the breath, inhale just a little bit more, and then release, yielding the breath. Repeating that breath cycle for 3 to 5 breaths. And this breath or pranayama is called a physiologic sigh. It's an evidence-based breath that demonstrates reduction in anxiety. You can practice it at any time of the day to help reduce the stress of that moment. Finishing the cycle that you're on and taking one more now. And then bringing your attention over your heart and just checking in with your own emotional body or experience, honoring whatever you find. Because we're intentionally honoring the body we're in today, taking a moment for gratitude for the function of your body. Whether it be your digestive system, your respiratory system, your heartbeat, some function that you're noticing in your body, the ability of your legs to walk, or your vision, and just appreciating what you have, noticing and appreciating. And then when you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest, placing your hands on your kneecaps, and begin to draw some circles with the knees, getting a gentle massage on your back. And switch directions. Keeping the right knee in, let the left heel go long. Place the right knee into the left hand. The right arm goes out in a T, and gently bring that right knee across the body. Gaze over the right shoulder. And if you notice that your arm is kind of suspended in the air, you can also bend the elbow and bring the hand to the ribs. Breath in here and out, letting it go. Gently bring yourself through center and switch, bringing the left knee into the right hand. Bring it across the body, extending the leg out, and then gaze out behind you with the left arm. Option to bend that elbow, rest the hand on the ribs. Big breath in. And release. Bringing yourself back towards center. And then rolling over to one side or the other as you come up into a seated posture. As you settle into your seat, whether it be on a block or in a crisscross fashion, any seat that is comfortable for you. Feel the spine lengthening up and gently let the chin dip towards the chest, lengthen out the back of the neck, exploring how the back of the neck feels, pausing anywhere your neck needs attention. Then draw your shoulders forward up towards the ears, lift the crown, drop the shoulders back. Couple shoulder rolls there, kind of like shrugging the shoulders, rolling them, landing those shoulder blades on the back. And then lengthen up through the spine and feel the back of the spine, lift the heart a bit. Bring the arms into cactus, drawing the elbows back a little bit. Inhale here. On the exhale, bring the pinky and thumb together. Squeeze as you draw the elbows back. Exhale. Then switch to the ring fingers. Inhale. Exhale as you pinch and draw them back. And the middle finger. Index finger. And again, pinky. Ring. Middle finger. Index finger. Press the hands out, circles with the wrists, switch directions, lengthen through those fingertips. Drop that right hand to the mat, press into the mat, lift up with that left hand and sweep it over. Inhale, sweep the sky, drop the hand, reach up with the right arm, over, side bending, breathing into the ribs. Inhale through center, exhale, side bend. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, raise both hands up to the sky. Exhale, twist off to the right. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, take the gaze over the opposite shoulder. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Exhale to the left. Inhale here. Exhale, turn the head in the opposite direction. Returning to center and just kind of sense how the upper body is beginning to warm up. Then let's come on over onto our hands and knees. We'll move into a little cat-cow. So place your hands underneath the shoulder points, knees underneath the hips, and just undulate the spine a little bit, feeling the spine moving. Now you can focus just on the hip and low back, or you can bring the movement through the whole spine, arching up like the angry cat, Marjaryasana. And then looking forward for Bidhilasana, the cow posture. Back and forth. Follow your breath. Do not be restricted. You can also move the spine left and right, reaching the ribs out left and right, or barrel rolling the chest. Explore what feels good in your body. Then when you're ready, come on down onto your mat. We'll take a couple more postures here on the mat. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Reach your arms alongside the body. Zip the legs together. Feel the lengthening out of the crown and the toes. And then gently lift the right heel. Bring it down. Exhale it up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Bring it down. Switch to the other leg and lift. Down. Lengthen through the toes. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. And release. Cleansing breath. Bring the hands underneath the shoulder points. Lengthen from the toes right through the crown of the head and lift up in cobra. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Activate your back body. Feel that energy center coming right through the crown. 2 more. And 1 more. Tucking your toes, push your hips up and come into your table posture. We're going to continue with a balanced table. Push your right heel out long, and you can just do 1 limb if you'd like to, or add another limb, left thumb to the sky. Staying here or drawing them in like a bird dog and arching the back up. Inhale out, exhale in, inhale out, exhale in. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the hand down, stretch out that foot, drop the ball of the foot, press into the palms and get a nice calf stretch here. That feels so good in the back of the calf. Taking these moves now to the other side. Left heel goes back, right thumb up if you'd like. Option, you can do just one limb as well. Inhale out, exhale in, inhale and exhale. 3, 2, last one. Bring that hand down, kick the foot out. The ball of the left foot comes down to the mat, stretching the heel back. Now last week I had somebody tell me that their knees were a little bit sensitive on the mat. So I want you to know you can always roll your mat and double it under the knees so you get a little bit more protection there. So now, coming forward with the hands, 1 hand print. Let's drop the hips forward, untucking the toes in a modified up dog. Knees are still down, lifted here, squeeze glutes. Exhale, push the hips back towards the heels. Lengthen out from fingertips to tailbone. Once more coming forward. And this time as you come back, an alternate is to bring the knees apart. Let the hips sink a little bit more. Your chest comes between your thighs. See how that feels. You can claw the fingers up, let the heart sink, and the gaze lift. Alternatively, you can flatten the hands on the mat, and you can bring the forehead down towards the mat, lifting the hips a little bit. Option to crawl the fingers forward, open the shoulders, let the heart sink a little. Just explore these different postures with your body. What helps you? Sinking the hips a little. Then you can rock forward on the knees, bringing the heels with you. Squeeze the glutes in a grasshopper. Rocking back, exhale, inhale, rock forward. Exhale back, inhale forward. Then we'll come into a plank. So tuck your toes, float into your plank, and push up to your down dog. This brings that stretch into the back of the legs. So pedal down one heel and then the other. And if your wrists bother you in downward dog, you can always take and place your hand on a block so you have a little less pressure on the wrist. That's another alternative way to make the practice a little more accessible to you. And you can do your block in one of 2 different positions there. Okay, so feel free to play with your tools and getting yourself comfortable. Keeping the knees soft, let the chest come towards the thighs. Lengthen the tailbone up a little. Lift up on the toes. And bring the heels slowly down. Float forward into plank. Drop your knees. Walk your hands back. Tuck the toes. Press into the palms so that the heels come together and push back for a soul stretch. And then come up into your squat. Push the hips up. An option to bring your feet just a little bit apart as you pedal through the back of the legs. Inhale for a half lift. Let the crown reach forward, tailbone back, inner thighs spinning to the back wall. Fill the belly here. Exhale, scoop it in. Inhale, fill. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway lift and fold. Reach those hands behind you, come to tall mountain and release. Our next posture is going to be our balance posture. And anytime you're taking a balance posture, it's wonderful to use something like the wall or a chair to aid you in your balance. So we're going to take dancer pose tonight. And so just bring your chair or the wall or something next to you if you're looking to use that for a little stability. We'll start with all the weight in the left foot. We'll lift up our right knee. You can bring that in a little bit. You can also fold that knee, draw the heel into the glute, pressing that right knee down so you get a good stretch on the front of that right quad. And then gently push the left hand out as the right heel comes back. Breathing with your stretch. One more breath. And release. Wanted to show you one more variation on that. You can just kick that heel back and the hand forward. Lift the heel whenever you'd like to and breathe. Take any variation that works for you. Let's come to the other side. Bringing the weight into the right leg. Fold the left knee up and then the heel to the glute. Drawing it in as you bring that knee down, lengthening up, holding a focus point. And then reaching back with the foot as you reach forward with the arm. And breathing. Feeling that energy center, reaching out each limb. One more breath. And release. Beautiful. At any point getting up and down from the mat, it's great to have our yoga chair. So feel free to use that at any point. Come on to the top of your mat and we'll begin some flow practice here. And just to add in a few extra little moves, sometimes that's good at the top of a flow. Want to come to our mountain posture. Stack our joints and find our breath in the body. Reach up through the right arm, down through the left hand. Exhale and switch. Exhale. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, sweep out into a T, holding that stop sign position, and then fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back on the right, bring that right knee down to the mat and untuck the back toe. Let the hips sink towards that front heel and then gently rise the hands. So arms come alongside the ears or whatever is comfortable for you in this modified warrior one. Letting the front of the hips sink forward, getting a good stretch here. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Draw that left leg back in a hurdler stretch, toes towards you. Feel that stretch in the back of the left leg. Walk the hands forward, tuck the back toes. Leave the right hand down, the left hand goes to the sky, dragonfly twist. Reach up. Exhale, bring the hand down, sweep that left foot all the way up, three-legged dog, nice. Slowly float forward, coming to plank, bring the left knee down, step the right foot forward, coming into that lunge position, and exhale, taking that modified warrior one on this side. Sinking the hips just a bit. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck the back toes, step forward, fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, release. Finding your mountain again, and we'll take these moves on the other side. Always like to even it up a bit. Reach the right hand to the sky, left hand to the earth. Exhale. Inhale as you switch, and exhale. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale out in a T, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back on the left, bring the knee down. Sink into your hips, letting them come towards that front heel. Modified warrior one. Exhale, fold and draw the right hip back. Draw the toes back with you. Lengthen out the back of the right leg. Breathing with it. And then slowly walk your hands forward. Plant the left hand. Come up on the back knee. Draw the kneecap up. And then turn the heart towards the right knee. Lift the right hand up. Dragonfly twist. Plant the right hand down and sweep that right foot straight up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, floating down. Right knee to the mat. Step the left foot forward. Lift the hands, sink into your modified warrior one. Option for temple fingers here. Keep the low back comfortable with a glute squeeze. Exhale, frame the foot, tuck the back toes, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flatten the back, draw the shoulder blades down towards the hips. Reach to the crown. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms behind you as you rise. Tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. And take a moment to turn left and right. Just enjoying a bit of a twist at the top. And releasing. Just checking in with your body, how you're feeling. As you're honoring the body you're in today. Just experiencing the yoga and exploring it. Exploring your practice. Each time we work with the body, there's a bit of that learning. Okay, landing in your mountain, we'll come to another C salutation. Feel the weight in your heels. Put on all the weight now into the left heel. Open up into a star, floating the right heel. Feel that energy center just below the navel, and having that energy move out through each limb. Breathing. Bring the right foot down and switch into a floating star, floating the left foot up. And breathing, feeling your extension through each of those limbs and through the crown. Bring the left foot down. Both hands reach to the sky. Exhale and fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the right, coming into a warrior one stance. So the back toes are going to be facing about 2 o'clock on the clock, 2 lanes of traffic. Press the feet apart and rise into your warrior one. Now, make sure you're comfortable in your warrior one, okay? So let's settle our feet, press them apart. The front knee should be over the ankle, and you choose how deep you want to be. You do not have to be super deep, but maybe tonight is the night that you're feeling very strong and like to be super deep. So check into that. Now, arms can go right alongside the ears, as wide as the shoulders, or you can take temple fingers, drawing the shoulder blades down and the fingertips together. Whatever practice you're taking, we're going to move a little bit between this position of warrior one, then draw that left hip back and open the arms into cactus. Exhale as you sink into warrior one. Inhale back, cactus arms, straighten that front knee. Exhale, sink. Inhale back. 2 more. And back. Sink. And back. Exhale and fold, bringing a block to the inside of that left foot. Reposition the back foot into a lunge position with a lifted heel. So you're in a runner's lunge position, a little weight on that block. Let the hips sink. And then you're going to draw the left hip back, coming into more of a pyramid pose. Again, 2 lanes of traffic. Flatten the back, let the heart sink towards the front knee that has a little softness in it. Exhale, runner's lunge and pyramid. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid. And again, pausing in anything that feels good or that stretch that you enjoy. So any movement that's right, or stillness and stretching. Either way is good for you. And then when you're ready, set your block aside, step back for your plank. We'll take a flow here, bringing our knees down, our elbows in, chest and chin. Roll the heart up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right foot up, bend the knee, stack the hips. Couple little turns with the ankle. Then bring the right knee behind the right wrist for pigeon. I like to bring my right hand on the block for pigeon and then scoot my shin forward to get that stretch in the outer right hip. Lengthen up from the right hip right through the crown. Keep the ankle softly flexed and breathe for 3, 2, 1 more. Set your block aside, frame out your hands, push that right foot back to the sky, give the ankle a little shake. Exhale, stepping forward, runner's lunge. And with the next exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms behind you, squeeze those glutes. Lift those hands and the heart. And release. A little turning left and right, hands on the hips. And we'll take those moves on the other side. Let's come to the other side of the mat. All right, finding your mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come into a floating star on the right foot. Feel that energy really pushing out in every direction. Inhale as you switch. Exhale, left foot down, floating star. Inhale as you bring the feet back into mountain. Hands up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the left. 2 lanes of traffic. We're rising in our mountain, our warrior one. So the back toes are at about 10 o'clock. Option for temple fingers. Feel yourself sink into that posture a little bit. Inhale as you draw the arms back and draw that right hip back, straightening that right leg. Exhale, warrior one, sink the hips. Inhale, cactus arms, draw the knees straight. Exhale, warrior one, and back. Exhale, and back. Last one. Exhale, and back. And then fold. Come to the inside of that right foot with the block. Lift the back heel so it's pointed to 6 o'clock. 2 lanes of traffic. Take your runner's lunge. Lift the heart a little bit. Let the hips sink. Exhale, draw the hips back, coming to your pyramid pose. And then with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, draw that hip back. Feel the breath in the body. Really listen and feel into the body. When you're ready, set that block aside and step your right foot back to meet the left. Coming into your flow here, knees down, elbows in, chest and chin. Roll the heart up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lifting the left foot up, bend the knees, stack the hips. Then bring the left knee forward, behind the wrist, coming into a pigeon on this side. Bring that shin forward a little bit. And when you bring the shin forward, you may notice that you will not have that knee go all the way down to the floor, which happens to me on this side. So I just lift my back right knee just to let me get that stretch, lengthening out from the left hip through the crown. 2 or 3 breaths here. And then when you're ready, frame your hands out again, set your block aside. Push that left foot back up to the sky. Circles with the ankle. And step it forward. Runner's lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms behind you and up. And release. Hands to hip. And a little twisting left and right. Beautiful. All right. Let's move into a B series, a Sun Salutation B series. And the B series always starts with a chair in the flow, Utkatasana, our difficult pose. Sometimes I don't want to say the word difficult because it almost sets the mind up to think that it's too much of a challenge, right? So let's just take it for what it is, a chair pose, and see what we can do with it. Let's feel the weight in our heels, lengthening up through the spine. Finding the breath in the body and narrowing the throat a bit. So your breath begins to sound a bit like the ocean. Reach the arms a little bit behind you and sweep into your chair, bringing the hands forward and up, letting your hips sink, the heart lift a bit. Feel the weight in the heels, pressing the heels apart, lifting the heart, and breathing. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back for your plank. You can take or skip flow. On a B series, I'm going to offer that you float down from high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's all meet in down dog. Let's wag the tail a little bit here, letting your hips sway side to side, stretching out the side body. Inhale your left foot up. Bend the knees and stack the hips a moment. And then step that foot forward between the hands. We'll drop the back foot, toes out at 3 o'clock, single lane of traffic. Stack the elbow on the knee and sweep the right arm straight up overhead, extended side angle. Settle the feet, pressing them a little bit away from each other. Lengthen up from your energy center right through that top arm. Then let the arm sink over the ear. Inhale here. Exhale, let it come down to the thigh. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once more up and down. And then you choose to take this challenge with me if you'd like. Lighten up off that bottom elbow and hold the big beach ball for a breath or two. Sweep the hands back, warrior two. Now you are probably fairly challenged in your extended side angle. Can you find a little softness in the warrior two? Thigh might still be engaged, shoulders away from the ears, and breathing softly. Really engage those core muscles and the pelvic floor with the exhale. Float the left hand up, sweep it to the sky, right hand down. Reverse warrior. Straighten that front leg, coming to reverse triangle. Footing is stable. Find the breath in the body. Couple more. Holding the footing, we're going to come to Trikonasana now. Really strong in your core as you bend right there from just below the navel, floating gently, gently bringing that hand down into your triangle posture. Turn the heart to the side, lift up through that upper arm, lengthen out through the tailbone and the crown. Bring the right hand down, step back for plank. Holding plank for a breath and taking your flow here. Meet me in down dog. Option to sway the hips, wag the tail. Finding your way in down dog to find a comfortable posture. We'll bring that right foot up now. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Bring the right foot between the hands. Coming into that single lane of traffic. Extended side angle on this side. So let the feet be steady. Knee over the ankle. Reach up through that top arm. And then bring the hand down to the thigh. Inhale it up over the ear. Big breath into the ribs. Exhale it down. Couple more. Honor the range of shoulder motion in your shoulder. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good. Option to hold the beach ball. Feel that energy coming from the core of you, reaching out and breathing. Almost like you're pushing fire out of your hands. Sweep it back, warrior two. Feel the shoulders lengthening away from the ears. Keep the back hand lifted. Sometimes it likes to sink down, so bring it back up. Spine is perpendicular to the earth. A reverse warrior, right hand up, sometimes called proud warrior or sky warrior. Straighten the front knee, reverse triangle. One more breath here. Bring the attention to your core again. Engage as you come into Trikonasana, triangle posture. Lift up through that top arm. Lengthen tailbone to crown. The gaze in triangle can be at the floor, out to the side, or up to the sky, whatever is comfortable for you. Bring that top arm down, frame the foot, step back for your plank. Taking a flow here or skipping our last flow here. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 to 5 breaths here. Wag your tail. Stretch out and down dog. Sometimes it feels great to take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. With the next inhale, looking between the thumbs, and on the exhale, hopping or stepping to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift, flatten out the back. Exhale, fold, soften the knees and hips, reach behind you, sweep up into your chair. Bring your hands to the heart in prayer. Tuck the right elbow over the left knee or to the inside of the right knee. You choose what's right for you. Taking prayer in a chair. A breath or two here. Sweep it back up and exhale it into the twist on the other side. A breath or two here. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, sweep behind you, squeeze your glutes, reach for the sky. Hands to heart center. Exhale and release. Let's take some empty coat sleeves. Just let the hands dangle as you twist left and right. Beautiful practice, beautiful flow. Let's settle down in our mountain. We'll come into our little bit of core practice and then our restorative postures. Finding your mountain, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Fold and step out to your plank. Holding plank for 3 breaths. Bring the knees down and the whole body down. Reach the arms out into a Y and seal posture. Place the whole hand on the mat or out in front of you. Take the gaze forward. Lift up using the back. Coming to your seal, wide fingers. Bring the elbows right underneath the shoulder points, fingers forward in a Sphinx posture. Traction the elbows back. Keep the low back comfortable on the mat. This is a bend in the thoracic spine. So if you don't have a lot of mobility there, you might find yourself sinking into your shoulders a little. Just wiggle your hips back a little bit. Draw the shoulders down and let the arms come forward a little bit. And that might be more comfortable for your back. Next, we'll move into forearm plank. So place the elbows underneath the shoulder points, the forearms together. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up. And then when you're ready, float your knees. Find your breath for 3 or 5 breaths. Letting one or both knees down at any point. Keep the low back up. We don't want the low back to sway. Let's bring our knees down, push our hips high so the forehead comes to the mat. The heart sinking, melting heart position. One more breath here and then float back into your forearm plank. 3 breaths here. Knees down, melting heart. Pausing here, and when you're ready, Walk your knees forward through your arms and come down onto your back. Bring your block alongside you. Once reclined, let your arms rest alongside the body. Take the left leg long and the right leg reaching out at 45, and sweep a smile with the right leg from left to right. Breathing. And bring the right leg down and then sweep the smile with the left leg. Feeling that energy coming from the core of you. Option to keep both feet on the mat. I'm encouraging you to bring your thumbs right underneath the sacrum. Extend the feet at 45 and sweep the smile, using the core muscles as you breathe. Slowing it down a bit. Bring the heels in behind the hips, preparing for bridge posture. Gripping the edge of your mat with your hands, sinking into your heels, spreading your toes. Exhale, push the small of the back down as you squeeze the hips up. Press into the heels and the shoulders and lift the chin. Draw the knees towards each other and breathe. On the exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor. Breathe and squeeze. Breathe and engage. Gently lengthen out the tailbone towards the heels as the heels lift. Bring yourself down. Let the right heel go long. Cage the ears. Exhale, roll the heart up towards the left knee. Inhale back and exhale up. Do that for 3 more. Last one. And switch, right leg up, left heel long. Exhale, roll it up. 3 more. 1 more. Release the head to the mat. We'll take another bridge here. Sink into your heels. And roll up into your bridge. 2 or 3 breaths here. And gently unwind. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Lift the heart. Nice squeeze into a ball. Exhale here. Inhale as you reach out, stretching out long. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll into a ball. Inhale out, lengthening. Exhale in. Once more lengthen. And squeeze. Release the heels behind the glutes. Bridge up and take your block, slide it underneath the sacrum. Another option at this point is actually to use your yoga chair. We can do a legs up the wall with your yoga chair. Whichever way is right for you. You can bring your calves into a seat and rest in this position as well. Okay, so choose what's right for you. Either position, a restorative position. Let the blood come back to your body. Take a big breath in here and let it go. Option to let the heels drift apart if you're in a floating Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Circles with your ankles. And then let the heels come back together. Bring the left knee into the chest as the right heel goes long. Walk your hands up the back of the leg. Lengthen out through that hamstring. And then bring the left ankle across the right knee. For eye of the needle, hands behind that right thigh, left elbow into the left thigh. And just draw the left knee, the right knee towards your chest. So you take this as like another version of pigeon, but it's on your back, same stretch. Sometimes you find this more accessible. I just did a video on that. I think I shared a couple weeks back. Okay, and switching. Let's bring that left leg heel long as your right leg goes up for the big stretch. Then bringing your right ankle against your left knee. Hands behind that thigh as you push the right thigh away with the elbow. Eye of the needle on this side. And releasing. As your feet come down to the mat, slide your block out from underneath you. And then bring your arms out into a T and let your feet, the toes go over just over the edge of the mat. And let your knees windshield wiper left and right. As you release the low back, breathing and slowing down. Letting those exhales be long. Acknowledging your practice as we prepare to enter into Shavasana. Again, one of the options is to use the chair if you have a chair with you tonight. Feel free to rest your shins in the chair. Rest your calves on the chair. I'm going to demonstrate tonight for Shavasana and this restorative posture. Or you can just roll out and put a block or two underneath your, or a pillow underneath your knees is another way to kind of relax the low back. Let Shavasana work for you. So using pillows or blankets or anything that helps you feel more comfortable in your final resting posture. Let your arms and legs fall a little bit away from the center of the body. And bring your attention over the heart again, remembering your gratitude for this body that you have that works so beautifully. Pouring your heart into what you have. Notice what you have and appreciate it. Feeling the body getting heavy now. Bringing your attention to the left leg. And the heel and the calf and the thigh. Heavy, soft, and warm. And the right leg, the heel, the calf and the thigh. Heavy, soft, and warm. Both legs all the way through the hips. Heaviness arriving here. Bringing your attention to the shoulders. Take a nice breath in. On the exhale, let them sink a little away from the ears. Feel the weight of the arms going down towards the elbows, the wrists, and out through the fingers and hands. Your arms heavy, soft, and warm. Releasing the body and the torso towards the earth, letting the earth support you. taking all the space you need, lengthening through the back of the neck. The head is heavy. The brow is soft, the eyebrows drifting away from each other. The eyes soft. Soften into the face and the mouth, the tongue, the throat. And then coming over your heart, bringing kindness to your experience, appreciation for your presence and your practice. Honoring the body that you're in today. Resting on the breath now for a few breaths. Beginning to drink in a little more breath. Perhaps finding movement in fingers or toes. Checking in with your heart again. Lengthening out into a stretch or drawing the knees in for a little bit of comfort to the low back. And when you're ready, coming to a seated posture to close our practice time together. Thank you, friends, for your presence, for your practice, for joining me on this Thursday evening. Checking in with our bodies and caring for them. May you have a beautiful week. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Have a beautiful week.